Welcome trainers to the Ultimate Charizard Guide for Pokemon Unite. This guide will give you all the knowledge you need to dominate in your very next match with Charizard. So let's jump straight into it, trainers. Charizard is one of the lower tiered Pokemon, but at the point of this recording, pretty much every Pokemon can be played. Just know if you're hoping to go high in ranked, he might not be the best option. The reason for this is because Charizard is a fairly defensive mon, but is also meant to deal out damage from range, leaving him in a bit of a weird spot. He also has an all-around stat block, which means he doesn't really excel in any one area of the game, meaning there are usually better options to help round out weaknesses for any team. Now before we jump into the arena, we are going to want to pick some items for our friend Charizard. We're going to be building a specially attacking Charizard that also has a bit of defense. So for our items, we are going to take the Shell Bell, and this boosts our special attack. We are also going to choose Wise Glasses to get even more of a special attack boost. And lastly, we are going to round out the build with the Assault Vest. This will give us just a bit more defense, leaning into what strengths Charizard does have in special attack and defense overall. Now as we jump in, we are going to want to choose the bottom lane. If you don't know too much about lanes, consider subscribing to this channel, as I'll be releasing guides on all the details of the game, such as why you should pick a lane, which items are good, tier list, and more. But for now, just trust me in that choosing the bottom lane is good for Charizard as a Charmander because it allows you the biggest opportunity to farm and evolve. So, with your Charmander, you want to really play it safe. He is not ready for those battles yet. You're going to want to focus on farm early and keep as much distance from other Pokemon as possible. For your first ability, before we get to that, let's talk about our passive though. Our passive is Blaze, which increases crit rate when below half HP. This isn't too important as there's no way to really deal with that because you don't want to be intentionally lowering your health, but it's just something to keep in mind. For your first ability as Charmander, you're going to want to pick up Flame Burst, which attacks with a bursting flame, leaving opposing Pokemon burned. This is the first of our ranged attacks and will be a great place to start for this long-ranged attacker. Once we reach level 4, we will evolve into Charmeleon, but it's not until level 5 that we get our next ability, which you should choose Flamethrower, another long-ranged attack, which attacks with an intense blast of fire, leaving the opposing Pokemon burned. Once you reach this level 5 and get your Flamethrower, continue to farm, but don't be afraid to take on other Pokemon that enter your area. Don't chase too far and really focus on that farm so we can build towards our next move. At level 7, you will be able to choose between your next two moves, and the choice here for this build is Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz is good for protecting yourself as it charges forward, cloaked in fire, throwing opposing Pokemon, which can grant you a lot of space. This ability also grants the user a shield. So once you have this, you have all the things you need to start getting into fights. Your main purpose with this build is to attack from long range, dealing damage, and save that Flare Blitz for those moments when opposing Pokemon have closed in too close. You will charge forward, knock them back, grant yourself a shield, and give yourself the time to run away, to regroup, and come back and deal damage from afar again. Once you reach level 9, that's when the fun really starts though. You will evolve into your fully fledged Charizard, you're ready to go, you're ready to try to dominate the game, and you will also receive your Unite move, which is Seismic Slam. Seismic Slam gives Charizard the ability to grapple one opponent, and this move will never miss, which makes it very effective. And he grabs it, flies it into the air, and slams it on the ground for massive damage. This move can be great to finish off one-on-one duels and also can be used as an initiator if that's what your team needs, and it can get the high damage dealer out of the fight. So be looking to use your Unite move in those two ways. Now just as a recap, remember with Charizard, this is our specially attacking, somewhat tanky build that is also meant for long range. So for pretty much most of the battle, you don't want to be getting up close and personal, you want to be staying back, potentially pairing with a tank or a support Pokemon, and deal damage from afar. If you did enjoy this guide, please consider subscribing, checking out the other videos on the channel, and letting me know if you agree or disagree with this build. How has Charizard been for you? He's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I'm excited to get to try to play him some more in Pokemon Unite. Well, that's all for today, trainers. I hope your next battle is the best one yet, and you have a fantastic day.